All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. This is Eric of the Lovely Family, and for those of you in the chat room, welcome to the broadcast. I find the world amazingly funny, watching the things that people talk about. I want to say, though, before I get into it, welcome to everybody from all the different facets and versions of way that you're listening to the program. Not only just the chat room, but if you want to hang out with some of the people from the chat room, feel free to jump over there and jump into the chat room. You will also find, you can go over to wideawakenews.com. You can click on the microphone on the front page and you will go over to the chat room and you will see a call-in number where you can call in and voice your own opinion, 877-342-6673. I'll have to tell everybody that I've really had a stumbling block with really viewing what is going on around me, watching what people are talking about, watching what people really are concerning themselves with. And it's rather interesting that most people are still playing childish games and childish things are abound within their mind. They treat subjects with such, I don't even know what the word is. And so the reality to me is I'm completely confused. I just don't understand the broken wiring or the harness issues of whatever it is that is inside their empty, irritated skull, and what it is that it is really, really going on. See, the reason I'm confused is because people, you watch these movies, they go back in time and they watch these movies. You ask people what their idea of history is, how they came to the ideas that are within their brain. And you find that there is no substance about what it is that, okay, they know the Crusades, they understand the Crusades, because Hollywood showed them what they think they should know about the Crusades. They'll tell you, oh yeah, I learned it here, I learned it there, but really they didn't learn a damn thing. Look at your high school education, your middle school education, and look, what do you know about the Middle East? You know nothing. I mean, these are the type of people who sit around and they'll make fun of other people. Within their own groups, they'll make up labels because they want to feel it's status. They want to feel more important. They want to uplift themselves by belittling someone else. To those people, let them have at it, because the wheat from the chaff time is coming. And I can tell you, the individuals who don't want to pay attention, who don't want to listen, who want to run their mouth like they're somebody special, well, they're going to be the chaff. Most of them I won't have to contend with because they won't be here anymore. They're cannon fodder. So sad, too bad, toe tag. That's the reality of life. You're all centered and focused around your own mental. I mean, does anyone even know who the Ottoman Empire is? You're bled this dribble about all these different nations, but you have no idea that one flag once stood over all these nations. Syria, Iran. You want to talk about the people over there that call themselves Israelites? They all flew a state flag, like what you're similar to now, okay? Look around you. Looking at the California flag is nothing. It's the same as looking at a Syrian flag. Some nations didn't even exist, because it was all during this period known as the Ottoman Empire. Our forces, the British forces together, as a united front, went in and broke up that empire. You're not explained to that in school. You have no idea of their structure, of how the government operated, just the insanity of what we have done to an individual place on the map that was one giant nation. So don't tell me it isn't possible to do in America. They radicalized. People have no concept. The reason why they can't make these comparisons that I'm about to make, because they're too stupid to go educate themselves. They want to follow one guy or some other guy. It's all about fan worship. I like this guy better than that one. I like this lady better than that one. I like the way this one presents it. Instead of mushing through the information, processing it, actually researching it, and find out what it means to you and to your decision process, you don't. You go with whatever gets your jollies rattled. That's what people care about. People think that they've truly broken away and become enlightened somehow in their infinitesimal mental processes. They deem themselves to be something more than they are. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just human. The difference between me and everyone else is I choose to actually retain information, to actually understand and comprehend every facet of it before I make a decision. It's like handing out helpful tidbits, like dead fish. You hand out these tidbits. The people who are listening, they know they're nuggets of gold. They will utilize them. Other people make fun of it because they think that they're superior or that they can feel more superior. But if you're poor, hey, you do what you got to do. You may not be able to afford to go down to the corner store and pick up a bag of whatnot, or get you some fish emulsion, or get you that high-grade fertilizer that you morons are paying, I think it's like $27 for a couple of pounds, and it's bat guano. These are the types of individuals in this world and in this movement. We have no concept of what's going on in the Middle East. Not a single solitary clue. If you look at Sunnis and Shias and these people killing each other, you might as well basically translate that to Methodist and Baptist. Imagine if a war broke out tomorrow and somebody radicalized enough portions of the Methodist population and enough portions of the Baptist population to start shooting each other. That's the reality of what happened in the Middle East over the last 100 years. I even hear people within our own movement say, well, they're uneducated. Well, they're goat farmers, but we got to do something for them. Maybe they're not worth saving, but we got to try because it's the right thing to do. Well, these statements would apply if the object you were talking about was somehow actually what you've been programmed them to be. But you're too stupid. You don't want to stop. For those of you who are actually, as I've been contacted, recording these broadcasts for homeschooling, cross-referencing with young children, have them research the Ottoman Empire and understand how our agents radicalized different groups within the actual country states to tear apart the Ottoman Empire. How everybody said, oh, well, Jordan has royalty and Saudi Arabia has royalty. Where did they come from? What is their lineage? Why are they considered royalty? How did their families earn these titles? How did they defend these titles during the Ottoman uprising? They were the Marxist rebels who revolted on the side of the Queen. And they have been governments and proponents of Marxism ever since. Maybe a religious twisted version, but it is Marxism nonetheless. Who are the superior? The men. Who are the inferior? The women. The superior lead the inferior. Same ideology. It's just divided on different lines. The same people who have destroyed your nations are destroying theirs. And what really gets me on this is we've come to the point now where I'm listening to people on and on. You want to talk about Egypt and the death toll that's going on there. You want to talk about the people that just got all shot to freaking shit in Bahrain in the streets like they were dogs. We'll be right back after these messages.
Charlie McGrath of WideAwakeNews.com here with a question from my friends at Austin Rare Coins and Bullion. What do they know that we don't? Insiders and a who's who list of elite have made it crystal clear that we are headed for catastrophe, putting out warning after warning, urging people to batten down the hatches. Billionaire George Soros has recently been dumping stocks and at the same time acquiring millions in gold. In fact, in a recent interview, he was quoted as saying, "I'm not here to cheer you up. The situation is as serious and difficult as I've experienced in my career." Out of control government deficit spending and a Federal Reserve that's only solution seems to be print more fiat currency will lead to a weaker dollar and massive inflation on necessity items such as energy and food. If you have wealth to protect, please visit my friends at Austin Rare Coins and Bullion. Gabe Elton and the folks at Austin Rare Coins and Bullion have many Wide Awake News customers because they're honest, they're fair, and they won't sell you paper promises or product they do not have. Call Gabe Elton at 800-552-4109. That number again, 800-552-4109, or visit them online at austincoins.com.
Dr. Joe Schneller.
The efficacy that we're looking for, that we're going to prove, is that carnivora wakes up this immune system and makes it dominant.
Pastor Lindsey Williams.
I'm 77 years of age. I feel better than I did when I was in my 50s and 60s. I was so sick, I thought I was going to die. It relates to a product that you handle right here. Folks, you positively must, after this show, you've got to click on Carnivora. They must have it in their medicine cabinet.
That's CARNIVORA.com. Call 1-866-VENUS-FLY. That's 866-VENUS-FLY. 1-866-836-8735. That's 1-866-836-8735. Or visit CARNIVORA.com. That's carnivora.com, and order now.
Hi, this is Jeff Rentz. Royal Raymond Rife was without question the most gifted medical scientific genius of our age. He discovered that most disease-related microbes die quickly when exposed to their own specialized resonant radio frequencies. The BCX411 Rife-type frequency instrument has received the highest praise on several continents for its precision, simplicity of operation, and successful research experiment. The BCX, with its comprehensive manual, allows you to select the frequencies you wish to experiment with for the length of time you want to run them. The BCX handheld plasma ray tubes and RF radio carrier wave, like Rife used, are the absolute state-of-the-art in Rife frequency research. For full information and pictures, take the New Earth link at the top of Rense.com. Settle for nothing but the best in Rife research with the BCX411. Again, just take the New Earth link at the top left corner of Rense.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. You know, as people ask me the most silliest questions as we continue to talk about this, because I am in no way ready to avoid, skip, move on from this topic, because the disgust, as we'll get into, is so very severe without allowing myself to slip down that road just yet. I mean, does anybody have any clue? We're all talking about what's going on and who's endeavoring to do what and how it all breaks down and what these Middle Eastern nations mean to the grand scheme of things. Do you know what Sunni, Shia, Bahrain? Do you know what any of these things mean? Do you know who any of these people are? Do you understand any clue about what it is that they stand for? You know what, really, the disturbing part that makes someone as steadfast and as stern as one could think will shed tears over the idea. You know, I'll explain to you. We can look at Libya. You know, our attempt to maintain dominating control of their political system is failing. Egypt, Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. You see, we have made endeavors for decades now to maintain a minority and a minority voice in power and a minority idea in power across the entire Middle East for so long now it isn't even funny. But even with all that guilt, we take all this money. We just throw money at things. Oh, you have problems here? Let me print you and give you some money. Oh, your enemy's beating you up? Well, here's some money from you. Oh, the money I gave your enemy is helping them too much? Well, here's some money for you. We manipulate their system. It's not staying together anymore. See, we take all this money, we radicalize, we take these radicalized foot soldier groups who are just completely insane, out of their mind. They eat the bodies of live people, cut their hearts out, videotape it like it's some kind of Saturday after school special. But you know what really bothers me? They took all these weapons, and because our soldiers could not defeat Assad's troops, since we could not topple the regime through our surrogate army, and we still can't figure out a way to get our own military boots on the ground without the American people just losing their mind, not in a good way, and not in the right direction, and not for the right reasons, but losing their mind nonetheless. So we're attempting to use surrogate military, or what it was in the original days was known as conscripts. You take them from one place, you train them, you arm them, you take them somewhere else that you control, and you have them kill the local population that is there. Generally promising them prizes of land, riches, and wealth. Oh, well, look at this brotherhood craptastical shit that's going on in Syria, where because they couldn't beat the Assad forces, well, they moved into the north. And they're trying to claim that territory. And you're responsible. I don't care if you don't support them. I don't care if you verbally vocalize your opinion on how evil it is. If you pay them and they use that money, you're guilty. You know why? Because it's time that the idiots of the world start ponying up to the table. So they went into the north, and they went into this little town. Now let's not talk about all the grown men. Because to see the Kurds. But you don't understand what Kurds are. You don't have a true grasp of history. And we left the Kurds. We sicked these people on the Kurds, knowing that the Kurds were defenseless. So your money bought these guns that went into this town, that killed all the fathers that were at home that day. They killed all the men in the town. Raped, murdered, and butchered a lot of the women. But of course now, I want all of you to pay real good attention about people who argue with me about what time it is, and you're waiting for the economic collapse, and you're waiting to make another freaking dollar out of the market so you can better prepare your damn self. They went into the school. They decided to handpick all of the cute young girls, because see, it was only 5th, 6th, and 7th grade and under. So they picked all the girls out that they wanted to molest and have sex with. They took all those girls out, and all the rest of too fat girls, or ugly little girls, or girls that maybe they looked too grown up to sexually excite such sick individuals. They chained the door shut on the schoolhouse, and then blew it up, and then proceeded to rape, molest, and then murder the little girls who they handpicked from the school population. Now, see, this type of thing makes me angry. We'll be back with your calls. 1-877-342-6673 right after these messages.
You're listening to Charlie nationwide and worldwide on the internet on the Rense Radio Network.
Is what you are currently doing to relieve your pain working for you? Do you have chronic pain in your knees, your elbows, your joints, your back, your muscles? Have you tried going to the doctors and the naturopathic doctors, the back cracks, the motions, the potions, the lotions, and nothing seems to really last? There's a new product called a placebo enhancer. Now, don't laugh. The name is to avoid tyranny from the drug cartels that want to keep everybody on a leash. This product is advanced science. It's cutting edge. It's quantum physics-based, energy-infused liquid suspension with a transdermal magnesium applicant. You spray a couple sprays on where it hurts, and that's all you have to do, and within 20 minutes it's in every one of your cells. Go to painsucks.info and get the information. That's painsucks.info. Again, you can get a free trial bottle. Just pay shipping and handling at painsucks.info. Your pain isn't going to go away on its own, so get your trial bottle immediately. Painsucks.info.
Heart-related health problems affect millions of people each year. Maybe you're one of the many who suffer from issues related to angina pain, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, unbalanced cholesterol, irregular heartbeat, or clogged arteries. There is a solution that doesn't involve expensive prescription drugs that only mask the problem and leave you with horrible side effects. If you are ready to live your life free of sickness, pain, and fear, live your life with increased vitality, energy, and youthfulness, and experience your body healing itself, then you're ready for Heart and Body Extract from Healthy Hearts Club. Heart and Body Extract has a 23-year proven track record of using certified organic herbs that make up an excellent formula to balance and support the heart and circulatory system. In as little as 2 weeks, you can feel amazing results when your 2-month supply of Heart and Body Extract today. Call 1-866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast. And, I do want to clear things up for all those of you who are out there, Rense Radio Network, or, any of the other syndicated and non-syndicated avenues that you have found to listen to us, to hear this message. Please spread it around. And, for those of us who are here for the second half of the show, I want to tell you that taking care of your family and your own, see, that's a good thing. Here's what I mean, is that you need to attack the system in whatever way you can. You see, this is the reality. The solution is right in front of people's faces. Everybody knows the solution. But the solution is dangerous. And the front runners who apply the solution will be the ones who are in the scruff all by themselves. I understand that reality. You can take care, you can grow food, you can defend your own land, defend your own property. Oh yeah, that's all. That's 100% what I'm about. Trade with others, create a barter society till you build a new economy. Bring goods and services to the table without taxation. But see, the idea of continuing to feed the system, if you're paying attention to all the rules, If you're paying all the taxes, then all you are is some noise on the side of the road. You could stand there and blubber about how evil it is, and you can blubber on about your wild-fangled new ideas or old ideas or whatever it is you want to blubber. You do nothing to challenge the authority. You do nothing to bring the system down. Everybody in our movement, everybody's standing around waiting for it to bring itself down. The moment it brings itself down, they have a new and improved version for you to accept. You're waiting for the wrong thing. People want to say in it, but you should be inciting the collapse. Oh, I'm sure someone will have a problem with me saying that somewhere. I'm sure someone will have a cow. But just standing on the sideline, basically being a cheerleader, it doesn't do anything. See, they're actually doing things. Stop participating. Stop paying your taxes. Stop paying your property taxes. Stop renewing your driver's license. Stop renewing your vehicle registrations. I mean, people actually start doing things of this nature. Stop purchasing products that have a sin tax on it. Find someone else who'll sell it to you. I don't care if they tell you it's illegal. It's not illegal. Someone has it, wants to sell it. Someone desires it, wants to buy it. You meet together. You come to an agreed upon price. There's no strong arm. There's no molestation. It's a simple business transaction. The deal is done. That's common law business. There needs to be no regulation. There are some regulations that may have some type of substance, but I don't see many. You go back to tariffs. You base product on quality. You let people make their own decisions about education, food, culture. You see, here's the big problem. It's a multiculturalism idea. It doesn't work. The whole idea of it going somewhere, immigration, people don't even understand what immigrate means. Oh, you're going to go from one place and move to another, and you have now immigrated. Immigration is that, yes, but it includes immersion. You see, if I go and let's say that somehow, tomorrow I become insanely wealthy, and I spend 3 months out of the year in France, let's say 4. I got a nice little villa. I got a little vineyard that I rent, and I don't know, Frederick or somebody's down there tending to my grapes. Well, see, I'm not French. I just own some property, and I spend time there, and I put money into their economy. But I have not immigrated to France. Because, see, to become French, the French speak a language. So I should learn to speak French fluently, like a Frenchman would. Cultures, things about their history. I should want to immerse myself in the French mentality. It doesn't mean that I cannot use my own mind to correct improper thinkings within that society. But the society that I came from, it doesn't matter what it is, American, Uruguayan, whatever you want to come up, purple poo-poo land. You stop being that. You give that up. You no longer want to be that. You see, if you wanted to maintain the ideas of wherever it is you came from, you'd get a green card and you would come and you would work. You would not be a resident. You would not be a citizen. You would make your money and you would leave. You see, when you go somewhere, you plan to embrace. You are saying, I want a better life there because their way of life, their ideas, their social construct performs and functions superior to where I am, and I think I want to be that. I want those opportunities. I want to be an American, not an African American, not an Italian American, not a Spanish American, Irish American, whatever you want to come up with. Iranian American. To become American is to leave behind non-American ideas. It is to put forth your mental effort to improve the ideas of what is already here. So you should be devoting your time to making people truly more free, truly understanding free markets, and doing everything you can to participate in a free market, educating your children on these ideas. But no, people immigrate here to be something else. They want to suckle at the nipple, but they don't want to take the last name. This really isn't a difficult or hard concept. And I'm here to tell you, as far as the Middle East goes, it's disgusting. I wonder if they went into LA and killed 120 children in a day. With their bodies strewn on the streets, mind you. LA is way bigger than this town. Extremely, way bigger, way huge. I don't even think this town might make up 3 or 4 blocks in Los Angeles. So why are people not tearing and gnashing at the structure of government as we speak? Do those little brown children, is it because those children are brown that we don't care? I think we're so focused on the idea of our own children. Granted, it is a spectacular and wonderful place to start. But it seems to me that even within our own movement, that we will empathize. We'll talk about empathy. We'll talk about sympathy. I feel for you. I feel for your position. I feel for your plight. I wish there was something I could do. And then you doodle on back to your life because it's not your job. It's not your property. And you have told yourself that because you felt sorrow and empathy, that was good enough. I did all I could do. I gave him some heartfelt chipperoos and patted him on the back. People don't want to hear these things. It's too harsh. You know, I had a lady who wrote me and said that she had trouble listening because a lot of times I would make her cry. Well, we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey guys, Charlie McGrath here at WideAwakeNews.com, and I'm here to tell you I believe that Chris and the folks over at SeedsNow.com offer the best product at the best prices with the best service of anybody in the market. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what some of their customers have to say. Joshua in Florida writes, exceeded my expectations. Shipping was prompt and a number of my plants are already starting to sprout. Thanks for being great. And Ryan in California writes, I just received my Homestead Seed Bank, my all-in-one prepper pack, and seed-to-seed storage and growing guidebook, and I could not be more pleased. Thanks, Seeds Now. Now I can start growing and get off the GMOs. Keep up the great work. And the list goes on and on. Guys, it's time to make SeedsNow.com an integral part of your long-term preparedness strategy. Please call them at 877-344-5400. 877-344-4669. That number again, 877-344-4669, or better yet, visit them today at seedsnow.com.
If you're taking 1, 2, 5, or more nutritional supplements every day, please stop. Simplify your supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. Men, women, children, and even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com and now take just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with 4 of the most nutrient-dense algae species found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain helps with focus, memory, clarity, and mood. Bio Superfood is a strong defender in the fight against radiation exposure. Bio Superfood has 0 toxicity, is safe, and has no contraindications whatsoever. Learn more and order your Bio Superfood formulas at BioAge.com. That's spelled BIOAGE.com, BioAge.com. Or you can call 877-288-9116. That's 877-288-9116. BioAge, the age of advanced organics. Are you prepared for the future? Do you know how to navigate past the upcoming dangers before it's too late and seize budding opportunities before others do? Forecasting worldwide since 1980, Gerald Celente, publisher of the Trends Journal, provides timely and accurate trend forecasts that have earned him the reputation as the most trusted name in trends. The proof is in the hundreds of accurate forecasts Celente has made over the past 30 years. The 1987 stock market crash, the clean food trend, the dot-com bust. The Trends Journal alerts subscribers to early, subtle signs of crucial trends that will shape our future. It allows readers to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take proactive strategies. Put your money where your mind is with Gerald Celente's brilliant and indispensable Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com or call 845-331-3500. That's 845-331-3500.
Make a promise, take a vow, trust your feelings, it's easy now. Understand the voice within and feel a change already beginning. Whoa, you tell me again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast. Everybody has to make their own decision in life. I truly understand. See, I say and I do the things that I do because it beats the bushes. You see, most people, they think it's because people get angry. They think it's because snide remarks ensue. Well, yes, of course, the way that I do things definitely shows the people who want to hate me. That's okay. They're small-minded, and small-minded people are thinking small-minded things and going small-minded places. That's all right. They don't bother me a bit. It's those few kernels that rise to the surface with the ability to truly stand out. You see, to take that first step. The people of India didn't take the first step. Gandhi did. Well, here and there about his secret police and so on and so forth and assassinations and blah, 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 blah. Nothing happened until someone stepped out front and said, you know what? I'll go first. That's right. Everybody can get behind me. I'll go first. You see, that's what happened at the time of the revolution with the king. When they mustered on the field and they stood in front of their little chaplain, their little chapel. See, that's what they said. Don't worry, guys. We'll go first. All of you too afraid to bear the brunt of what is coming. Don't worry, we'll go first. You know what generally 9 times out of 10 what that motivates? You know when people clamor to come out and do something when such a activity is taking place? Everybody's martyrdom and all that. No, it's shame. Because you knew you could have done something sooner. It's shame because you knew you weren't standing there with them. You said, no, not me, him first. I say the things I do because it tempers and creates a specific kind of individual. It starts a specific type of fire within the belly of a human. That's right, I fight fire with fire. the same ideas and things that they use. Because I don't need the common person, the clamoring. What I need is revolutionaries. People are simply just going to say, no. I'm sorry. No mas. And those people, through their actions, you see that's how the whole of society actually is affected. It either evolves or decays. It goes through evolution or devolution. This is something that you know, with the whole influx of less family, no morals, too much porn, gluttony, commercialism. I mean, these things, it's glaringly obvious in front of people's faces, but it's a ripple effect. A great word spoken by an individual. Be the change you want to see. You may even guess who said it. Let's think about what that means. You want to see no oppression. You want to see no taxes. Or you want to see just taxes. You don't want to pay for abortions. You don't like the immigration issues. Be the change you want. I hear so many. There's so many talk shows. So many talk shows that seems to be so much more popular than mine. All these tree-hugging idiots running around. Be the change you want to see. Well then, you lie down like dog and get stomped, then you're being the change you want to see. You're being a victim. Therefore, that's what you will be. You can't be a defender unless you defend. And doing nothing is not defending. It's being a victim. You know, even if you're going to go to the point as to go to prison for life because you don't pay your taxes or whatever it is, you're still being the change you want to see. Eventually, what are they going to do? Prosecute everybody? There'll be nobody left to run the jails. But this is the reality. This is everybody's looking for. Everybody's clamoring around. We need a solution. People want flow charts. They want some type of in-depth PowerPoint presentation talking about a 33-step program to make things better. Here's one big step. Make what's here go away. Everybody's in agreement that they don't know anything, that they can't run anything. There's nothing they can do without breaking it, or going over budget, or plummeting you into debt, or pissing someone off who wants to nuke your kids later on down the road. I mean, look at it. Post office, child care, mental health. What topic you want to talk about? The military. Well, I don't know where that $2.7 trillion went. It was in that truck over there, and it just disappeared. I mean, really, to sit around and have these conversations with people, the reality of how truly mentally degenerate, it's a mental degeneration. They're, a mental degenerate. What I want people to do is stop participating. Participate with people. Trade. If you're a woodworker, work wood. Organize trades for goods and services. They don't have anything yet that they can trade you that's a food. Maybe they do a job you need them to do. Stop participating. One job at a time. I can understand overnight you'll be terrified. Can't do it. Then do one at a time. If you eat eggs, figure out one way to keep eggs flowing into your house where it isn't based on their fiat system. Then move the milk. Then move the bread or vegetables. And the moment you have accomplished that thing, move to something else. eventually you'll get to the point where there's only going to be a few things left that you will not be able to replace. Like living in a place without paying them some type of tax or VIG. So you will be on the very same crash course. You're just going to take longer to get there. And I realize that's the option that most people want to take. Because it allows them to stretch it out before they physically on their body and on their soul, brunt and bear reality and the consequences for it. People do not want to admit how much fear riddles their mind. The big, tough guys, the strongest, the survivalists, all these things. I mean, logistically, you sit down and look at the numbers, this is a joke. They can't win. They couldn't win if they waited another 200 years. They simply can't win. The only way that I'll explain this to you, and this is the reason why you know there's no avoiding it. The only way they can win is to nuke everybody, just mass extermination, to go hide in a hole and kill everybody, just burn the sky. That's the only way they can win. Literally, the only way the governments of this planet can win this struggle. The only other way for them to win is for you to let them win. Oh yeah, lots of people, death, destruction, murder, death, kill. Well, you're allowing that already. It's just other people in other countries. It's not you. You're letting them pay for the suffering. Because you're Rome. You're at the center. You don't feel it yet. The parades are still going on. The midnight bar soirees are still going on. The gladiatorial games still rage in the Colosseum. Baseball, football. The bread is still baking. And the wine is still flowing at the great circuses. While the barbarians are at the gates. And you know what? They have grievances. And you're guilty. I really hope that people truly grasp what it is that I say. And truly attempt to apply it to their life. Those of you that can get out quicker. Or stand in defiance and just say no more, please do. Join the rest of us that are attempting to do so. Meet with us. Trade with us. Form a bond. Unite. Do not be separate. This is the solution. Just stop. Stop playing the game. And you know what? The guy who's beating down your door, telling you have to pay, you have to do this, you have to do that. Well, guess what? It's a waiting game at that point. All you got to do is hold out long enough. Because he'll starve to death. Because you were the one paying for his food. You win in the end. 51% of the population already taken care of. They're all on food stamps, they're all on assistance. If they haven't made steps to do whatever they need to do, they side with the government, great. We're the producers, not them. They've bought into the system. I know, it's horrible, it's heart-wrenching, it's heartbreaking that they're going to die. But you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And you're not going to kill them. They're simply going to starve to death. Let them live and die based on their own morals and ideas. It is flawed. It does not work. It will implode. So they will die upon their own sword. Enjoy, Marxists. Until next time.
but a bomb blew the mosque up yesterday. There's bombs on the buses, bikes, roads, inside your market, your shops, your clothes. My dad, he's got a lot of fear, I know, but enough pride inside, nothing let that show. My brother had a book he would hold with pride, a little red cover with a broken spine on the back. He hand wrote a quote inside: when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Meanwhile, the leader just talks away, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay. The rest of the world watching at the end of the day, both scared and angry, like what did he say?
In 2007, one man, Mike Dillard, made 5 predictions which forecasted the 2008 economic crisis and the pending Eurozone collapse. 3 brand new, shocking, must-watch videos with predictions for the coming year. www.the3videos.com. Over the past year, Mike Dillard has helped thousands of ordinary people create and recover wealth by tapping into the black box investing strategies the big banks don't want you to know about. www.the3videos.com. As the European banking system implodes and governments collapse at breakneck speeds, the next 12 months will be the most anticipated and important months in modern human history. This will make 2008 look like a walk in the park. Everyone will be affected. Go to www.the3videos.com now. Learn how to prepare your family and prosper during the global financial collapse.
Liberty Coin and Precious Metals is one of the fastest growing gold sellers in the country. And as one of their customers, I know why. They simplify the process of buying coins and precious metals. No hidden fees, no hard sell, no mystery. Just great prices. In fact, some of the best in the nation. And they post their buy and sell prices on the web and in their stores. I value that transparency. And Liberty's experts took the time to get to know me and my investment needs. And they're serious about privacy. There are so many reasons I'm now a Liberty Coin and Precious Metals customer. But the most important is I trust Liberty. Call Liberty Coin and Precious Metals. 877-511-COIN. That's 877-511-COIN. Or on the web at libertycpm.com.
Liberty.
You're listening to the Rents Radio Network, nationwide and worldwide on the net and at rents.com.